What's up? What's up? I know somebody need to hear this. I know somebody need to hear this. I know somebody been waiting to hear this. Never lose your identity. No matter what you do in life, no matter what you go through in life, never lose your identity. Never lose who you are. As you go through life, situations, circumstances, people, whether they're close to you or not, whether they're strangers or not, they will threaten and constantly threaten your identity. So your identity will always be at risk in life because there's so many things that threaten your identity. And if you lose your identity, you lose who you are as a person. And I don't know how anybody else feel about that, but that's scary to me. You know what I mean? And I say that, you know what I mean, because I've been experiencing going through this and going through the same thing lately. You know, I've been feeling like certain things, certain situations and circumstances have been causing me to lose my identity. So I feel like throughout life, you always want to do, you know what I mean, take them pit stops. You know what I mean? When you feel like you've been slacking or been slacking on who you are as a person. You know, because you never want to lose that identity. Like, you never want to lose your identity. You know, so like I say, certain situations and certain circumstances, people, whether it's a relationship, strangers, or friends, I mean, those people, places, and things can threaten your identity. I'll use something as an example. I'll use a relationship as an example. A relationship. When you are in a relationship, your spouse doesn't intentionally threaten your identity in certain situations or certain things you do for your spouse. Not intentionally threatens your identity, but when you are in a relationship, your spouse or things, not your spouse. I don't want to say your spouse. The things that your spouse does can be a threat to your identity, if you get what I'm saying. Like I'll say this as an example. Okay, say somebody asks you to do something, and that thing that they ask you to do is going against your morals in life. If you have morals, it's going against your morals in life. It's going against what you stand for. It's going against your beliefs and everything. If you do that, you're not yourself. If you doing something and it goes against your morals, your beliefs, everything. Like, if you do things that go against your morals, your beliefs, who you are, what you stand for, then you're not yourself when you're doing it. And that means in that moment, you have lost your identity. Not forever, but just for that moment when you accepted what you accepted, you lost your identity because you're going against your morals. You're going against your beliefs. You're going against what you stand for. When you go against things like that, you have lost your identity in that moment. And I don't know how anyone else feels about it, losing their identity or being in situations and circumstances like that. But I don't know, it makes me feel bad. And I know I've been doing it all my life, but I just woke up to that now. I know I have been doing it all my life, being vulnerable like that. So I just recently woke up to it, that the fact that situations, circumstances, people, places, and things can threaten your identity. So really, throughout life, your identity is always at a threat. And Don't confuse, losing your identity or identity as change. Yes, you want to change. Change is good. Accept change. But don't confuse change with being, losing your identity. Because you can change for the better, or you can change bad habits. That doesn't mean you lost your identity. That doesn't mean that. That means you changed. Losing your identity will be letting someone disrespect you. Let somebody disrespect you physically or mentally or emotionally. Losing your identity is going against your morals. Losing your identity is losing your identity is going against what you stand for. Losing your identity is things going against your personality, who you are as a person. Never lose your identity. Never. So if you are in a circumstance or a situation, or you are in a relationship, or you are friends with someone that is constantly threatening your identity, and you're not checking them putting things in place, because you have to set boundaries. Because with the people, whether they friends, family, spouses, with the people, you can control that. When they're a threat to your identity, you can control that. Because when they're a threat to your identity, there's going to be certain things they do and say, or certain things that come off a certain way, and you can nip that in the bud right there. You can check, say, hey, no, that ain't going to be happening, or no, this ain't going to be doing that, or no, I don't move like that. Now, the situations and circumstances, you can control that too. You just got to get off your butt and make your situation or circumstances better to the point where it's not threatening your identity, because you don't want to lose your identity. Like, your identity is who you are. If you lose your identity, then who are you? If you don't know yourself, that's a bad feeling. I don't know how I'll feel if I didn't know myself. That's why I say never lose your identity. No matter what. Your identity is like, it's everything. It's you. Like, it is what makes you you. You know? And like I say, don't confuse losing your identity with change. Yes, change for the better. Change for whoever. Change is good. But that has nothing to do with your identity. Losing your identity is when something is going against your morals, your beliefs, what you stand for, or your personality. That's losing your identity. But don't lose your identity for nothing or no one. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do not lose your identity for nothing or anyone. Not ever. Because your identity is what makes you you. Don't lose your identity for a religion, for a relationship, for a friendship, for none of that. Your identity is what makes you you. Never lose your identity. I promise you. Take my word, you will suffer if you lose your identity. If you allow situations, circumstances, or people to allow you to lose your identity, you will never be the same again, and it will haunt you. It will haunt you. Never lose your identity. For not no religion, not no spouse, not no friend, not no mother, not no brother. Never lose your identity. Hold on to your identity and never let it go. And I'm out.